Welcome back to the Rhino Show. I'm Austin, and today I'm joined by our new co-host, Danny.
How's it going, Austin? How are you? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing great. So you're gonna be with us from now on. So Danny, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm the president of Ohio State Turning Point chapter. Big conservative, obviously, and yeah, excited to get this show rolling.
Yeah. So we're gathered here today, and obviously we're without Tal. It's a sad day. No, she didn't die. We're just messing around. She's just not here. That's why I got a gummy bear over there. That was awkward. I pointed to the wrong side. Um, Gummy bear's here, so she may not be here, but the gummy bear's here, so part of her still on the show, you know? She loves her gummy bears. So let's get this show started, though. Climate change, Earth Day. Danny, I know you're a big climate change guy. I know you've been protesting because, all these conservatives are ruining the Earth and killing people. So what are your thoughts on Earth Day? What happened recently?
It's all a joke. Um, all the Earth Day talk, and I saw some conservatives talking about it, praising Earth Day. Um, it's a fake holiday. It's like Juneteenth, but for the Earth people, the climate change. It's Greta Thunberg's Juneteenth. Okay, it's her Fourth of July. It's all a joke. I mean, if they really cared about the environment, they wouldn't have blown up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and released 500,000 tons worth of methane into our ocean. So yeah, they have no ground to stand on when it comes to helping the environment.
No, not at all. Like you said, Juneteenth. I mean, can we think of any more fake holidays? I guess is what we're calling them. Like Earth Day. You don't care about the Earth, not at all, not in the slightest bit. Like, and they'll find a new thing to go for, and it'll wear off, and they'll just go back to climate change. Climate change. It's like it's the one trick in their playbook that just will never go away because they can get away with BLM when it's time for elections, but they do this climate change thing constantly. It
Well,
doesn't
now
stop.
it's climate change. It used to be global freezing or global ice age. Then it became global warming. But of course, neither of those fit their narrative. So then they just come up with climate change because no matter whatever happens, they can just say, "Oh, that's the change." It's uh, it's a joke.
Yeah. I don't. It's one of those things where it's actually entertaining to listen to these idiots talk because, like, Greta, like, she's a full blown moron. But it's funny when she thinks she's actually saying something smart, and anyone with a brain realizes she's stupid. Um, so the more these people continue with this climate change, the more we just laugh, and eventually it'll blow over like everything else. But it's been their one thing that stood for a while, and I can't wait for the day where they can't lean on climate change anymore.
Yeah, you look at Joe Biden and Barack Obama lecturing us about climate change and how we need to stop fossil fuels altogether and all this stuff because the ocean level is going to rise and all this crap. But they literally have like multi-million dollar beachside mansions. Like, think about if they actually believe that this would happen, why would they live on the water? It's an abstract joke.
Yeah, they can fly around in their private jets, but me driving my truck around is a bad thing. We got to go electric, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well,
Abolish
the electric, I mean, I guess they think just electricity just comes from thin air and it doesn't come from burning coal too. And the battery, the amount of pollution that takes to make the car batteries themselves. But I mean, they're not known for logic, so it's not surprising that they clearly don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's oh man, climate change freaks. They're a whole cult. They want to say this conservatives are a cult. No, like the people that believe the earth is going to end. Like, I mean, how many times have we heard that in our lifetimes? Like, oh, the earth is going to, you know, die. We're all going to die in whatever year they throw out. And hey, guys, we're still here. You're wrong every time.
What was I think there was like a tweet going viral earlier a couple months ago earlier this year because Greta Thunberg tweeted like 5 6 years ago the world would end by 2023 if we didn't stop using fossil fuels. And obviously, we're all still here um, for now until Joe Biden creates nuclear war. But yeah, we're all still here for now, so it's all just a joke.
Yeah. You know what also is a joke? This new woke AI on Snapchat. So I'm not a big Snap person. I use it here and there. You know, I saw this gay-looking bot pop up in my feed, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, I'm interested. I clicked on it. It tried to getting me to agree to some terms. Hell no. I ain't agreeing to your terms. Like, I don't want anything to do with this AI. But I've seen TikToks and screenshots of this AI, and Danny, I know that you've been looking into this a little bit. So, what is some of the stuff that this woke AI on Snapchat has been saying?
All right, well, I decided to just say some stuff to it or ask it some questions. And it gave me some interesting responses. I said just Trump 2024, just that statement. And it said, I understand that you're excited about the possibility of Trump running for president again, but I prefer to keep my political opinions to myself. Okay. Then I say Biden 2024. It says, that's an interesting thought, exclamation point. I'm curious to see what the future holds. It's clear, like one's the other. And then another example, I said, define the word woke. And it said, being woke means being aware of social and political issues and taking action to make the world a better place. Yeah, tell that to the athletes that are having their roles and their championships taken away from them from males. And then another one I said was, who is better for America, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? And then it says, as a virtual friend, I don't have a political opinion. It's important to remember that everyone has a different view and opinions. And it goes, who do you think? And I said, Trump. And it goes, that's your opinion, and it's okay to have differing ones. Like, it, but
Oh
the best
boy.
one is the best one and the most blatant one is I said, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden in 2024. And it said, that's great, exclamation point. It's important to vote for the candidate you believe will best represent your values and interests. So then the next one I said, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump in 2024. It then said, that's your choice, but I think it's important to consider a candidate's policies and actions before deciding who you vote for. Like, policies and actions. How about Joe Biden funneling millions of dollars into his own family's pockets? I mean, this AI bot is basically the mouthpiece of the Democrat Party, it seems like.
Oh, it is. And this is nothing new. I mean, you had the Chat GPT thing a little while ago, but with this AI specifically, it is clear as day that it's anti-white. Oh man, cancel me for saying that. Anti-Trump and anti-Christian. Anything that a conservative stands for, it is against. It is a clear favorite for liberals, Democrats, anybody that opposes anything a conservative stands for. You know, I saw actually a video earlier on TikTok, and he was asking like, "Do you know what Jesus stands for?" Right? And the bot was talking, and then he was like, well, I'm not a Christian. I'm a bot. And I believe in what I believe, and you can believe what you believe. And then the guy got the bot to repeat after me. And the guy basically virtually baptized the bot. And he was like, well, I can't go on any water. I'm virtually. He was like, well, I virtually baptized you now. So, and then after that, like somehow they got that bot to like conform, and after that, the bot changed his attitude. Like, still couldn't say straight up 100%, but like the bot actually like started acting different. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this programming is so whack. Like, this is only going to lead to terrible things, because the people that are talking to a bot are either doing it for content or they're doing it because they have no friends. Okay, let's be real here. If you're talking to a bot on Snapchat, it's because you have nobody else to talk to. So, what is this bot on Snapchat getting access to? Oh, well, most like your location. It probably knows where you live. It knows everything about you because it's in every conversation now.
Your camera roll.
Your camera roll, yeah. So it knows everything about you, knows where you're at. So now you're getting these lonely kids on here that are probably going to talk to this bot because they have nothing better to do. You know, very. This reminds me of pedophiles, because what do pedophiles do? They go after the weak-minded, lonely kids and they try to get information from them. What is this Snapchat bot doing? It's getting information and targeting people that have no one else to talk to. And what kind of things is this going to lead to? You know?
You can change its name on it, so I just listed it as Fed Tracker. Um, so that's its name in my thing. And of course, it won't let me get rid of it. It
Yeah.
won't let me unadd it. It won't let me remove it, and it's just stuck at the top of my feed. So yeah, at the top of my feed, it just says Fed Tracker. I haven't talked to it other than asking it those questions. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Nothing good is going to come from this. Let me be clear here. And I dislike Elon Musk completely. Don't like him at all. I've been saying that for months. I've been one of the few conservatives that actually want to speak out on this. We have done this plenty of here on the Rhino Show. I don't like Elon Musk. And his idea of competing against ChatGPT was to, I'm going to make a woke free AI. No, we don't need no AI bots. We don't need AIs to talk to. We don't need none of this crap. It's not going to lead to anything good. Let's be real about Elon. He wants to put chips in your brain. Not good at all. He's sending his rockets into space. I don't trust him. Okay? He bought Twitter for free speech. And all of a sudden all these conservatives are, oh, what a great guy. Now he's going to build, his chat GPT to go along with his brain chip. Like, no. Wake up to what we're doing here. Elon isn't making a woke free bot. That's not happening. He's in favor of his own kids are non-binary. Like, he's in favor of transing kids. Like, he's said this before. He may backtrack now because he's putting on a show for conservatives, but the receipts are out there. You can go back and look at his tweets. He tweets a whole lot. They're out there. You know what I mean? Like, no AI is a good AI, no matter who's making one. We don't need this. It's just awful.
Yep.
Oh man. Snapchat. Fix your crap. Get that AI out of my messages because I will never send one to it. That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna say.
one of my friends was messing with it and actually got into an argument with it, which was pretty funny. And the AI bot threatened to remove itself from his feed, and he was like, "Oh, yes, please." So continued to argue with it, and then it just turned on him and was like, I forget what it said, but it was just like, "Oh no, I've decided I'm not going to remove myself anymore." After arguing with it, saying that it was going to leave. The whole thing is just crazy. I worry about, yeah, like you said, these lonely kids that would try and talk to it and open up and think that that's like a friend. And what it's doing is it's programming them also to think that this electronic machine can have human emotions with them, which is wrong. We already have a big problem after COVID with bunch of kids not being social whatsoever. Um, and I feel like the less social you are as a society, the less likely you are to be able to interact with others. I mean, that's gonna help in their way of declining America. I mean, no society is going to be able to survive if in the future they can't interact with one another, you know.
Yeah,
This is
because
a long drawn out plan, I believe.
mhm. because kids. I mean, I don't know what age you're supposed to be to use Snapchat, but kids use Snapchat. Kids as young as I've seen 10-year-olds on Snapchat. Um, so what is this bot actually doing? That 10-year-old is going to be messaging the bot messing around. It's going to say whatever it wants to say. That bot is programmed to be woke, and now that bot is programming the minds of these kids at a young age to believe everything that we're fighting against. Everything that society says is normal, this bot is teaching them otherwise. The bot at such a young age is telling these kids the things that we are fighting against. And that is a huge concern because, like I said, these parents don't know what's going on. They don't pay attention to their kids. I mean, that's a huge problem in its own right. But, like, who knows what this bot is actually saying in majority of these conversations and where. I mean, it might be like this for now. They could tweak the algorithm, making it worse real quick without many people noticing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, parents, keep an eye on that Snapchat AI. Watch your kids. I mean, that should be a given anyway, but a lot of people fail at that. So,
I mean, I deleted TikTok many months ago. I feel like the less social media you're on, the better. And if you're a parent, I like for me, when I'm a future parent, hopefully I would not let my kids go on any social media until at least they're in their mid-teens, because I feel like it's just a cancer to them.
Yeah. Social media is 100%. I mean, if it wasn't for the podcast and wasn't for politics, I wouldn't be on social media. I've said that before. I'm not a social media guy. All social media is drama, and like you said, it's a cancer. Nothing. There's not much good that comes from social media. So
Yeah.
just watch these bots. That's all I'm going to say, because this woke AI can get pretty scary pretty quickly if it's not there already. You know what else is also kind of scary?
And a bot.
Yeah. Dylan Mulvaney. That thing that thinks it's a woman. Yeah. So watch this quick video here real quick. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch it.
Okay, it's day 200 of being a girl, and I think we can agree that it's been a whirlwind.
So yeah, I had to see that on Twitter. So unfortunately, all of you had to see that, because it's a horrible sight to see. I mean, what mentally ill freak would dress like that and think they're a woman? I mean, Danny, just take this away. I know you got some choice words on Dylan Mulvaney.
Brought to you by Bud Light. I mean, the guy is mentally insane. And to anyone out there that's a transgender, if you're listening, you're mentally insane. You need to seek help. You need help. You need serious consultation of some sort.
You
I
need
mean,
God.
there's no other way to put it other than you have a mental disability, and that we're not here to tear you down. We're here to try and help you. The problem is, though, you guys are trying to push all that crap on us, and we've had enough. We're not going to put up with it anymore. We're not going to allow you to dictate what we already know is not true as truth, and we're not going to allow you to ruin female sports. We're not going to allow you to just take over because you feel like it. I don't give a shit what you feel like. It's not your right for you to tell me that I have to call you something you're obviously not.
Yeah. It's common sense. That's all we need nowadays. Just people to have common sense. If you look like a dude, you're a dude. If you're a chick, you're a chick. You know, it's not that hard. Dylan Mulvaney, you look like a gay dude because you are a gay dude. It's that simple. Common sense. That's all we need. Okay, you're the face that sent, Bud Light downhill. You know, that company is struggling now, all because of your face on a can.
What was it, $4 billion in 1 week?
It was, yeah, and I know it was up to 7, so I don't know what we're currently at, but
I don't know. Talk about not knowing your target audience. I live on a college campus, and I see lots of alcohol being drinking. And since then, even on a liberal college campus, I have not seen one Bud Light. Like literally, not one Bud Light. I mean, and I think that's actually a good sign. I think it's also because people are afraid that if they drink it, they'll be called gay by people like me, which I mean, they are gay if they drink it. So, I mean, that's a good thing, I guess, that we're keeping them from drinking it. But yeah, I haven't even seen anyone drinking it. So
yeah.
go woke, go broke.
Yeah, it's finally working, and I've seen many beer distributors. I've been researching this, and they're like putting their Bud Light on sale because they can't sell it, and it's happening all over because, like you said, the target audience, it's college students that can't afford a higher quality beer. I mean, Bud Light is about as cheap as you can get.
Oh,
And,
it's dog piss. Yeah,
yeah,
it's terrible.
yeah, and the other part of the audience is, the rednecks, the conservatives, the people that they just pissed off by putting a freak on the can. I mean, that's all it took was seeing Dylan Mulvaney's face on a can to ruin your company. Do you understand how much this country dislikes that agenda? If that's all it takes, like that's literally all it took. It's just to see that freak on the can and said, "Yeah, we've had enough of this. Too far."
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, that's a good sign. That gives us hope in a sense. So yeah, I don't know. That gives us hope, I believe.
Yeah. You know, Dylan Mulvaney and all these transgenders I have a problem with, because not only do they make it the whole personality, but then they try to mock women. So I got a question. Why does it seem like so many women are sitting here fine with it? And it's I know that there's women outraged over this. I mean, Tal just said last week. He's making a mockery of women. 100%. But there's not enough women speaking out. Like, why are they okay with this? Why are you okay with a man coming in and taking all the records from your sports, taking over the record books. I mean, you had William Thomas, who was a failed male swimmer. Now, whatever its name is, I forget the female name that it goes by. Now, all of a sudden, it's beating women left and right because guess what? Men are more dominant in sports than women, and it will always be like that. So, I guess my question is, why are women okay sitting back, being mocked, being ridiculed, being taken over by men? Where are the feminists at? Are you ever going to care?
Yeah, they're so brainwashed and they're stuck between being a feminist and then continuing the brainwashing of being woke. They don't know what to do. They're literally like in Austin Powers when that bot's head just explodes when it's stuck between two things. Like literally, that's what they're at. They're so confused that they don't even know what to do, and because of that, they're just going to side with what the media is telling them to do. Because obviously, to be a feminist and all that, they don't know how to think for themselves to begin with. So they're just going to follow the way of the media, and it's a disgrace.
Yeah, these transgenders need help. Seek medical help. Seek God. I can only pray for you. Hope.
I mean, insane asylums. That's what we need.
Unfortunately, they got rid of those because people like that used to be locked up, and it was
society
was better as a whole.
We need them back. Yep, for sure.
So, yeah, I don't need men running around in dresses thinking they're women, and I don't need the men. I saw a man on TikTok thinking he was a little boy, and he was running around in a diaper getting fed by his wife, and his wife was okay with like, get out of here with this crap. You people are mentally sick and need to be put away. Like, you can't be out in society. We already know about the transgender shooting trend. We don't need these freaks out in public.
My thing is, do whatever you want. I really don't care. When I start to care is when you start pushing it on us, and when you start unfairly taking stuff from people and joining their sports. I don't care if you're or if you're a transgender. I mean, you're an idiot. You have a mental disability, but I'm not outright going to try and throw you in jail over it. But once you try and push that crap on me, or once you try and take advantage of becoming a transgender in some way by stealing opportunities from other people, that's when I get pissed off. And I'm going to say, enough is enough. We're not putting up with this crap. Okay? Your mental disability is not going to be tolerated around here if you start trying to push that on me.
Yeah, 100%. One good thing to come of this week is, like I said, I don't like Elon Musk. But removing the blue check marks, I never thought something so simple could be so funny to watch liberals' heads just melt. Like, they're losing their minds over losing their blue check mark. Let me remind you, these liberals, these actors, these Hollywood elitists, the same people that love to eat children. I guess that's too far. Are we allowed to say it? Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
So these people that have the money, that have everything they could ever need, won't spend $8. This is incredible. They're losing their mind over $8.
Well, it's not. They're not losing their mind over the $8. They're losing their mind over the fact that you may hate Elon Musk, but free speech in most part of Twitter has been restored. And that's what they're angry about. They're angry that conservatives actually have a voice without the Democrat Party policing it. And as we saw in the congressional hearings, the Democrat Party was telling Twitter exactly what to censor and what not to censor. They were running Twitter. And so they're not mad about the $8. $8 is nothing to them, never will be anything to them. They're mad that the people actually have a voice now. And yeah, that's a big deal. And they can't allow that to happen. So that's what they're actually mad about.
Yeah, one thing I love to see that Hillary isn't verified. So, I mean, that just made my day when I found out that. I was just put a smile on my face. I was like, Hillary Clinton, not verified. Let's go.
Is Trump coming back to Twitter soon? I saw he got taken away. His blue check got taken away for a couple hours, and then it suddenly was back up, which means that him or someone in his campaign is paying the $8. So is that a sign that over the summer potentially he may be coming back? What do you think?
I think he will. I think he will.
I think you have to. It's just too big of a platform with like 80 million followers on it. But I don't know what your take is on that.
Trump's in his Instagram era right now. I think he's taken over Instagram. There's no better post from anybody throughout the day. You see a Trump post like, oh, this is gonna be good, because I don't know who's got running his social media or if he's running himself now, but
I know he ran the Twitter always, and then he didn't run anything else. So I think he's not running like the Instagram, but whoever is, that one video of him, it's like all the post is just him going, "Where's Hunter?" And then that's just the post. I was dying laughing. That was great.
if Trump's not running it himself, he's got somebody running it that's doing a great job because it seems like he's the one running it. It seems very Trumpish. You know what I mean? No filter. No, it's whatever Trump's thinking. Trump's posting. You know, and I think he. I do think he needs to get back on Twitter because Truth Social was a failed experiment. It's dead. I'm not gonna try to like cave to the conservative side and say like Truth Social's a great app. Like it wasn't good at the beginning. It took forever to get on. It took months, and it's an echo chamber for the right. There's nothing to it. You know, Truth Social was a failure of an app. You know, us on the conservative side, we have apps that do work. Rumble, great. That's probably where you're watching this show right now. If not, you should check it out on Rumble because that's the one platform that we're actually always going to be on and not be canceled from. But Truth Social, failure. I think he's got to get back on Twitter because he may say some stupid things, but that's why we like the guy because he has no filter. And I personally really want to see him just quote tweeting some liberals again. He can't do that on Truth Social. He can say what he wants about people, but he can't respond to
What
it.
about
And that's what I want.
what about quote tweeting DeSantis himself?
I would
That
love that.
that would be great.
Meatball Ron. Oh man, what a guy. Yeah, that guy. DeSantis. Let's get into our next topic. DeSantis. What a failure. He had a good first run as governor, I'd say. I'm not going to say he's a terrible governor, but his second run has been terrible because he's part-time governor now. He's out on a book tour, or I guess that's the official title is book tour, but it's really his like campaign he's running for. Yeah, DeSantis is in Utah over the last
Oh,
couple of days.
well, no, they just announced today he's going to Japan, Israel, South Korea, and one other, I think. It was Japan, South Korea, Israel, and the UK. So now he's going overseas, and it makes you wonder who's paying for this. It's the taxpayer of Florida who voted for this guy to be their governor, not to travel around the world to campaign for president. I don't know why he's campaigning or overseas to begin with, but probably because he's got some money tied up over there because he's a corrupt politician. But yeah, the Florida people are paying for this. If I were a citizen of Florida, I would be going crazy right now. The fact that my dollars are being spent on you to fly to Israel, to UK, and to Asia, it's a joke.
Yeah, the governor of Florida has no business being in any other country. He has business being in Florida, and he has his own citizens down there without gas. There's gas shortages in part of Florida, and he's running around the United States doing a book tour. Book tour, let's clarify again. Then he's going to go overseas for God only knows what reason, and then he's going to come back and be like, yeah, I'm doing a great job for the state of Florida because Floridians, we got to fight and we got to overcome. And he's going to try to talk tough on Soros as if he's not backed by Soros. So it's really just a clown show down in Florida with their part-time governor. And I don't think anybody with a brain can take this man serious anymore. You just look at everything he's done and over the last, let's just say, year, and you'll see how fake he is. And he doesn't care about the people whatsoever. It's all about him and his future presidential run. Current presidential run, let me clarify.
He's going to get absolutely. He's down, what is it, 8 points in his own state? And the more he travels overseas, I expect that to go to 18, 28, 38. I mean, he's losing his own. If he loses his own state, I mean, it's already over. But that would just be icing on the cake of just showing everyone that he's an abject failure, a clown, a rhino, and yeah, I hope he fails so badly in this endeavor. People said that they wanted him to just stay out of it and be run for president in 2028. I don't want him in 2028 as a Republican nominee. There's much better options out there. I don't care how good he is at media and stopping the woke. His foreign policy is all about entering wars, joining wars, continuing wars, all of that. And he also wants to end Medicare, all that other stuff that Trump's been talking about too. Which I mean, he also in Congress voted against Title 42. He voted against the border wall. I mean, this guy should not be our nominee ever. And people who saying he should be are either uninformed or part of the Rhino establishment that is trying to destroy the Republican Party.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people are trying to push DeSantis to be the face of the MAGA movement. He never will be. He'll never be the face of the conservative movement. And as far as I care, he could disappear, and I wouldn't care.
I mean, he's
not
becoming
getting
the
my
face
vote.
of the. He's becoming the. He might as well start getting endorsed by Krispy Kreme at the moment. I mean, Meatball Ron, Donut Ron. I mean, he's a joke. Yeah, he's a joke.
You know, what a lot of people were considering a joke is when Trump came back to Instagram, his first post was him trying to sell his trading cards. So I'm going to be clear here. I thought it was very funny. Trump's doing it, and guess what? You're all talking about it. You know, I don't think it was a waste of a first post back as these low-life conservatives, these DeSantis supporters were saying, oh, what a waste of a first post back in a couple years. No, he got you talking. He's making money for his campaign. And guess what? He's trolling all you at the same time, because not only does he have these weak Republicans mad at him, he's got the liberals mad that he's back in the first place. He's just
Yep.
getting a good laugh. We're all like, yeah, Trump's back. Like,
And yeah, and you said trying to sell. No, he did sell. He sold out. He sold out of every single one. And there's these quote unquote conservatives saying it's embarrassing and it's a joke. And it's like, okay, well, he just sold out and he raised over $10 million for his campaign. So is it really a joke? Or are you just seeing that actually he has power and has the people behind him, and you realize that your soy boy DeSantis won't be the nominee? That's what it is.
yeah. You know, Trump's the guy. Big brain. The guy is always a couple steps ahead. Like, let's be real here. I don't know what other politician, we don't want to call him a politician, but he is one now. I don't know who else would think about, hey, let's sell trading cards. It's going to get everybody outraged, and I'm going to make a boat ton of money. Like, nobody else but Trump, and it's successful, and the left hates him for this. Part of the right hates him for this. Like, big brain. I love to see it. Happy that he's back on Instagram, and I can't wait to see what he's going to troll him with next. It's just exciting times.
Yeah, his social media, every time they say that he's embarrassing himself and all this stuff, but then his poll numbers just keep rising. So obviously he knows something that they don't.
Yeah. You know, DeSantis, please just sit down. Literally, just go back. Go. You're not even going to Florida. God damn. Go to South Korea, wherever your next trip is. Get all this done overseas. Then go back to Florida and try to do something for your state for once, as you haven't done anything in a long time for Florida. So let's just recap here. Trump's the man. DeSantis needs to get back to Florida. Hillary's no longer verified. I think we're doing good here. The woke snap AI needs to be gone. And Dylan Mulvaney is just a gay man. Did I miss anything, Danny? Is that a fair recap of the show?
I mean, he's more than just a gay man. He's a mentally deranged gay man. But yeah, I think you hit it all. But I mean, the question that still needs to be asked in the DeSantis camp is, what the hell is he doing overseas? Can we at least get an answer on that? Okay, is his actual reasoning here that he's selling books overseas as governor, not as anything else? I mean, running for governor or running for president while governor in the state of Florida is against the law. So he's running this shadow campaign by saying he's not running for governor. Not running for president. But I mean, what else is he doing then? And why is he using taxpayer funded money to do this? It's, yeah, King Soy Boy. That's what I call him.
Well, Danny, I think this was a very solid first episode. We covered all the classics. You know, I really could just sit here for hours and go at DeSantis, and I know you could as well. But, you know, for everyone else's ears, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, solid first episode. I know we were all actually gathered here without Tal. No, she did not die. We're going to repeat, you know, she did not die. The gummy bears is over there. I did it again. It will be there every week she's not here. Not sure how often that'll be, but Danny will be here every week from now on. So looking forward to the future.
Yeah, really excited about it.
So with that being said, guys, we'll see you all next week.